He wore a silk shirt and kept a slight scent of cologne about him. He liked to talk. There was always someone to talk to, like the production assistant from Los Angeles who blew $1.200 on video poker. They all brought their stories to the 40-foot marble bar at the Rio Hotel, and later to a less glamorous joint a few miles from the Strip. It was a good life, and through the years, Bernard Sykes met Hollywood actresses and local characters, professional athletes including Mike Tyson, and first-time visitors to the United States. Sometimes, as customers swigged beers and sipped martinis, sharing the kind of intimacies told only to strangers, they'd slide a $100 bill across the counter as a tip. Then, last spring, like a dust devil of bad luck, Sykes' life shattered. "They let me go immediately," Sykes said, recalling the start of pandemic shutdowns that cost him his $14 an hour job. "I've been out of work ever since." A year and 2 months since the coronavirus paralyzed the nation and drove record unemployment, including staggeringly high percentages among service industry employees, who make up more than a quarter of this city's workforce, the U.S. is emerging from the aftershock of a pandemic crisis that dimmed blackjack tables and led to long lines at food banks. In Las Vegas, where gambling revenue plummeted by nearly 45% last year and tens of thousands of the city's service industry employees remain out of work, casinos and restaurants are set to return to full capacity Tuesday. It is, in a sense, a test of America's ability to reclaim itself. But the contours of that comeback are not fully drawn, and many wonder whether they will return to the livelihoods they lost or be forced into another year of uncertainty. "There is all this talk from politicians and whatnot about Vegas coming back," Sykes said. "But I'm still out of work. And so are so many others as well. But they'll be coming soon, at least that's what elected officials hope." The gamblers, suckers and all the rest, driving across the desert from California or landing at McCarran International Airport with connections from London and Beijing. The Las Vegas Strip's allure is the promise of escape into a non-stop party, an all-hours pulse shaped by capitalistic excess and the vagaries of chance. The casinos didn't close for even a day after the 9/11 terrorist attacks or after a 2017 mass shooting along the Strip that left 60 victims dead. Yet Las Vegas went silent for nearly 2 months early in the pandemic, and since then, it has returned like a man slipping on his best suit piece by piece, inching back toward the days when the city welcomed a professional football team, hosted a Democratic presidential primary debate and saw its casinos rake in $6.5 billion in the year before people started wearing masks. By April 2020, the unemployment rate, previously around 4% in Nevada and in Las Vegas, had climbed to nearly 30%. Democratic Gov.